Hi, welcome back to What? I don't know about you, but I sometimes have the feeling that I have trouble being consistent about things. I get an idea and I do it for a while and then I stop doing it. I can't seem to exercise exactly the same way all the time. Even keeping a journal, it's hard to do the very same thing every single day. Do you ever feel like that? So sometimes I think we can judge ourselves and think, oh, I'm inconsistent. I got news for you, my lovely. You're not inconsistent. You're cyclical. This is our nature as women. That's just how we are. Men tend to go on a flat plane and they're just kind of always the same. And in the workplace, that can result in a 24/7, just keeping on going, keeping on going. And this is a very masculine driven work environment that we live in. And so we're used to that as a standard. But here's the thing. You have cyclical hormonal superpowers that actually you can tap into if you know when to schedule what you're doing. And the most important thing about being your own boss and running your own business is you have a certain amount of control about when you schedule things. So here's how this works so you can take advantage of it. Now, I got these ideas from a book called Code Red by Lisa Lister. It's a great book. I recommend that you read it, but I'll boil the ideas down here for you quickly now. So, day one of your menstrual cycle, that is the beginning of a season that we call winter. It lasts for 7 days. So if you start counting on day one, and you're going to need to count and chart so you can really see where you are in your cycle, day 1 through 7 is winter. Now, just as in nature, winter is a time to rest. It's a time to refresh. It's a time to pull back. It's a time to assess. It's not that nothing's happening, because there's stuff happening. It's just going on below the surface. And in your traditional masculine workplace, there is absolutely no credence given to the idea of pulse or pulling back and resting and refreshing. So, day 1 through 7, winter, time to rest and recuperate and assess and evaluate. Now, day 8 through 14 is the next season, and that is spring. So what happens in spring? It's a time of new beginnings. This is the time you're going to launch a new project. This is a time you're going to have new ideas, fresh beginnings, stuff that you haven't thought of before. Your hormone balances during this time are designed to boost new ideas and new things coming to life. And then you've got the next season, which is, logically enough, summer. So that's going to be day 15 through 21 of your cycle. And that is ovulation. Now, that's the point at which you are out there, the full sun. Okay, if you were going to do an expo and you could schedule it perfectly, which of course we always can't, this would be the time to do it. If you're going to do a presentation, this would be the time to do it. If you're going to do a market, if you're going to put your wares on show, you are out there, you are full of life, you are in full flow. That's the time. The summer season is when you're out there. Now, the next season is very interesting because it is, of course, autumn. So that is day 22 through 28 of your cycle. Now, normally, this is the time when we go, oh, it's PMS, it's horrible, I'm just a nightmare. Well, how about this? During that time, your critical faculties have come to the fore. Now, normally we think of that as a bad thing. Sometimes you can look at your partner and think, why is this person drinking water as if he is chewing carrots? Okay, everything gets on your nerves. You know that feeling? Everything gets on your nerves. Well, during this time, it is the perfect time to clear your closets because you'll look at everything and just go, I don't need that. Get rid of it. It is the perfect time to do editing, for example. It's not the perfect time to start a new project, but it is the perfect time to go back through a project that you've already done with your critical, sharp autumn eye, and you will edit and see all the things that are wrong and get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. It is the time when those critical faculties are in full flow. And so reserve that time. It is a special, powerful time, and put all of your editing projects and your weeding out projects and your really need to get down to business projects and your budgeting, right? That's the time when you're going to look at everything with an unflinching eye and get rid of what you need to get rid of. And then there you go again. Day 1 is winter. You pull back, you assess, you rest, you take a break, and you're going to prepare for spring again. So that's your own cyclical nature. That's how we are. That's amazing. So own that. Look at your calendar. Try to schedule some events that will fit into your cyclical superpowers and enjoy being that person who has that wonderful hidden advantage.